The first time she saw the old garbage woman, she felt a strange knot tighten in her chest, the kind that comes when life quietly places a mirror in front of your soul. Bent under the weight of torn sacks, face hidden behind dirt and exhaustion, the woman stood outside the gate like an unwanted shadow, smelling of waste and loneliness. No one knew that behind those trembling hands and that borrowed identity was a man who owned half the city, a man who had chosen humiliation over comfort for one final test that would change all their lives forever. If you believe that kindness still matters in a world that often forgets it, please take a moment to like this video, comment your thoughts, share it with someone who believes in second chances, and subscribe to the channel for more heart-touching stories. Raghav Mehra had spent his entire life building an empire from nothing. From sleeping on factory floors to owning luxury towers, he had seen greed, betrayal, and loyalty in all its forms. Money never scared him, but family did. His only son, Arjun, had married Maya, a simple schoolteacher from a modest background. On the surface, she seemed gentle and respectful, but Raghav had learned long ago that true character revealed itself only when power was stripped away. Illness had weakened him, and with age came the fear that after he was gone, his son might be trapped in a loveless, selfish home, so he made a decision no one could imagine. He vanished from his mansion, left behind his wealth, and returned disguised as an old garbage collecting woman, choosing the lowest place in society to see the truth. Maya's life had not been easy even before marriage. Teaching all day, managing the household, caring for her husband's demanding routine, she lived between exhaustion and hope. Her husband was kind but distant, shaped by privilege he barely understood. The house itself felt cold despite its luxury, and servants came and went like silent walls. Maya often felt invisible, trying to prove her worth not with words but with effort. When the garbage woman first appeared regularly near the house, most people turned their faces away. Maya noticed how neighbors avoided her, how security guards shooed her like a stray. Something about that fragile figure stirred memories of her own mother, who had once cleaned streets to send her to school. Each morning, as Maya left for work, she saw the woman sorting through trash with shaking fingers. There was dignity even in that misery, a quiet patience that didn't beg for pity. Maya began leaving a small bag of food near the gate. At first she did it silently, afraid of judgment. Slowly she added warm water on cold mornings, an old shawl when winter deepened. She never asked questions, never demanded gratitude. What she didn't know was that Raghav watched her closely, noting every gesture, every glance. He had expected indifference or cruelty. What he found instead unsettled him. The test grew harder. Raghav intentionally made himself more troublesome, scattering trash accidentally, arriving at odd hours, even being scolded by neighbors. Maya bore the humiliation too, as complaints reached her husband's ears. The servants mocked the garbage woman openly, calling her useless and filthy. Maya faced pressure to stop helping, warnings that such people brought bad luck. Yet something within her refused to harden. She cleaned the mess herself once, hands dirty, clothes ruined, while others watched in disbelief. That moment cracked something open in Raghav's guarded heart. Life tightened its grip when Arjun lost a major business deal. Stress filled the house like smoke. Tempers flared. Expenses were questioned. Maya was blamed for small things, for being too soft, too emotional. Still, she continued teaching, continued helping the old woman, even when she herself skipped meals. One evening, heavy rain flooded the streets. Maya saw the garbage woman collapsing near the bins, soaked and shivering. Without thinking of consequences, she brought her inside the servant quarters, cleaned her wounds and sat beside her through the night. It was the first time Raghav felt tears mix with rain on his face, tears not of weakness but of realization. In those quiet hours, Raghav saw what money had never bought him. He saw compassion without calculation, strength without pride. He remembered his late wife, her gentle ways. The values he feared were lost. Maya never asked who the woman really was. She simply treated her as human. That was the moment the test ended, though Maya had no idea. The truth came days later, when Raghav revealed himself in the grand hall. Servants frozen in shock, Arjun pale with disbelief. The garbage woman's rags were replaced by familiar authority, but the eyes remained the same. Maya stood trembling, confusion washing over her, wondering if her kindness had been a mistake. But what followed shattered every fear. Raghav did not speak of tests or tricks at first. He spoke of humanity, of how easy it was to be good when life was comfortable, and how rare it was when life demanded sacrifice. The household changed overnight, but not because of wealth. It changed because truth had been exposed. The servants who mocked learned humility. Arjun saw his wife anew, not as someone who married into privilege, but as someone who carried values stronger than inheritance. Raghav entrusted Maya with responsibilities far beyond household duties, recognizing her wisdom and heart. For Maya, the greatest reward was not approval, but the quiet peace of knowing she had stayed true to herself. As days passed, the image of the garbage woman lingered in Maya's mind, a reminder that every soul carried a hidden story. She realized that kindness was never wasted, even when misunderstood. Raghav, once guarded and proud, found healing not in medicine, but in the compassion he had witnessed. The test he designed to judge another ended up judging him, teaching him that legacy was not measured in property, but in the people shaped by one's values. If this story has touched your heart even a little, please pause for a moment and show your support by liking the video, sharing it, and subscribing to the channel. Your engagement helps keep these stories alive. Just before you go, we have a special request for you. Please comment below and tell us one small act of kindness that changed your life, or that you still remember to this day. The old man never again wore the disguise of a garbage woman, but the lesson remained etched into every corner of the house. And Maya, once invisible in a mansion of marble, became the quiet center of its soul, proving that the truest wealth is revealed only when no one is watching.